Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another drought where the water stopped doing the water things, and it's very sad because we're super empty here because it took a little too long for them to get in here and actually clean this up. But that's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Everything be okay. That means we've got plenty of stuff for us to work on today. First of all, we need to rescue these two beavers that are kind of stuck floating in midair. That's an interesting thing for that to happen, or how that happened. But you know what? It's fine. Okay, don't worry about it. We'll get it rectified. We'll rescue their cute little beaver butts some way, somehow. And I would like to continue our process of cleaning some of this stuff up down here. So there's a lot of storage down here that's taking up real estate that can be used for other things like food processing or any number of other projects, and it's kind of useless to have these tiny storages when we have the materials to actually make these large storages for everything. So we are going to focus on more cleanup action here today. Finish cleaning up the rest of this monstrosity down here. Get access to our mine right there, and probably figure out a way to clean some of this up. I'm thinking what we do is somehow get into here and either do one of two things. Cap this off or raise it above, or put this on contamination barriers so our poo water doesn't contaminate down here, and we could expand our planting a little bit. Now that's going to require us to probably crawl in here and place a lot of platforms, which I don't like the idea of doing that. Or we could put in a bunch of our we could do platforms, or we could do small suspension bridges here and there. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but I want to stop the spread of the bad irrigation down here. Now, looking at it, I know that this bad water irrigation goes out to about here, which is very not good, but that's okay. We will have to get into here and put some irrigation barriers, or not irrigation barriers, contamination barriers in here, which I don't think will be a bad thing in the long run either. And this is a source of power for us, so I don't really want to cap it off per se. It's nice to have a little extra juice running through here, and what we could actually do is clean up some of these turns in here to put in some more water wheels so that we can get even more juice running through it. Now, another thing that I should probably focus on is cleaning some of this up as well, because I don't want to have a spillage issue, which we haven't had an issue with that yet, but I'd like to avoid it in the future. But first things first, let's look at what we have down here. We have chestnuts, potatoes. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll mark this. We want chestnuts. That button. We want potatoes. We want maple pastries. We can go ahead. I know I already have one up here selected for maple pastries, but that is okay. And then I would like to have what else we got down there? Carrots. So let's make you carrots. Then that's everything. I don't know if we care to expand our berry storage, so I think we'll avoid putting any more berries into here. I don't think the folktails have a need for any other for anything for berries other than for our antidote, so I think we'll avoid putting more of that in, but we can go ahead and tack in another thing for bread as well. Now, I do need to get up here and somehow rescue these guys, which means putting in that path, or that Bad Johnny right there, which they should be able to actually get to. And let's click the play button. Let's do that. Let's give this a priority bump so we can rescue these two guys that are stuck. I don't know what I'm going to do by you right here, their book, Miss Floating in the Middle of Nowhere. But hopefully us putting that in means that we can rescue you. And one thing that I was thinking about while I was staring at all this is we could continue to do a system like this. Just back and forth, up and down. And have a massive storage wall right here. And we wouldn't have stairs going everywhere. We would just have zipline stations moving up and down, which I think would be pretty neat, honestly. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, that's one of them, two of them, all three of them rescued. One went to get water, one went the other way. That's beautiful, that's brilliant, that's what we wanted to see. That went in. Now, I don't know if I've actually solved this problem here. I have. Brilliant. That's what I wanted to have solved. Great. Now, let's see about putting in more sunflower seed storage. I don't think I have that anywhere. So that's, yeah, that's not been the greatest, but I don't really have that much in the way of sunflower seeds in the first place. And let's go ahead and start emptying these out. Again, haulers move things faster than builders. They can pick up and move stuff a little bit easier, so that's always a good thing for them to be the ones to do this for us. At least that's what I have noticed in my playtime. That being done, we can go ahead and empty these out, and empty that out, and empty this out. And that'll all go up to here, into all of our mega storage up there, which will be fantastic. That will be glorious. And we have a bunch of beavers with nothing to do, and we have a lot of industry that I would like to get moving a bit more aggressively. So that means a couple things. We're going to need to expand our power supply. We don't really have that much way in the way of windmills, and we definitely don't have that much way in the way of batteries. Batteries will be our savior in this regard because windmills aren't consistent sources of power. Now, that means that we're going to have to find a place that produces a lot of potential energy for us that isn't going to cause a problem with our water getting stuck in it somewhere. And I would love to see something maybe along this back wall. We've already got power kind of moving back here as it is. That just is a matter of getting a bunch of these platforms in place and then running power probably over, down, under, and then up to let us store a bunch of potential energy over here as opposed to the meager amount of what, call it 60,000, 70,000-ish. That's not the greatest, but it does for now. And we also want to expand our windmill farm as well, because when it is spinning, 4,800 is good, but for the future development that I have in mind, 4,800 is not going to be anywhere near what we need it to be. So let us figure out a way to do two things today. One, I want to get in here and I want to clean this up. Like this works. It's great. Great. It does wonders. But I would like to have this water back here not to be poo water. I would like it to be, you know, clean water for us to play with. So that means that we would like to actually come in here, blast this out, put in a series of sluice gates in here, and then have this meet up probably right here and punch out right there, which I am not opposed to doing whatsoever. So let's go ahead and start planning some of that out, which means doing something like this right here. And then we can do the same over here. Don't need that line right there. That's unnecessary. And we could do the ridiculous thing, kind of like what we did on the other side, where we've got the power wheels in there. I don't know if that's necessary or if it's worth the squeeze to do that. Honestly, I like the idea of doing it just because it's free power and we're kind of eliminating a source of water that's gonna flow over this. Or this, actually, this doesn't even flow over that. That goes, all of the juice in here is just coming from the other side. So I don't think that's really necessary. So that being in, we do want to give them a way down there, which means we're going to have to blast our way in. We could blast our way in a couple of ways. Probably from the top would be the easiest instead of having to go all the way around. So let's think about that. I would like to probably, let's pause the game. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and remove that connection right there. That's not going to cause a problem. Let's go ahead and tack in our zipline station right here. We want the zipline station there. We'll have to give them a way up there like this, maybe? Or even like this. And we'll just go ahead and... Nope, that's not the right one. There we go. That's what we need there. That means that we're going to have to probably have this as a double as opposed to a triple. Get that there. Get this right here, there. And then right there. Okay, so you are unnecessary. Duh. Cool. Let's give this a priority bump. And that as well. And we will connect this with that. Brilliant. Now, I want storage up here. Let's do medium storages because this is going to be a relatively large project. I'm just trying to think of where this is in relation to our project. So that is there. That's fine. And then we need a thing of planks as well because we're going to be digging down, which means probably just ripping this out right there and we'll get plank storage right there. So let's go ahead and unpause the game. Let them get back to it. Grab this. We'll have that pathed up there. That's already priority. They can knock that out at their earliest convenience. Go ahead and rip this in. Make this a storage for our extract. Make this our storage for... what do we say? Explosives? Yes. Now I need to think about this over here because we have stopped pumping altogether down here, which is not conducive to anything that we need it to be doing. So let's go ahead and rip that out, and that means probably ripping these two out. Ripping that out, ripping that out. I just got a beaver stuck. Great. Not what I wanted to see happen. Go ahead and put this double in here instead of the triple that we had in there. That means that's going to have to be a single right there. We'll get our stairs in right here. We'll put a regular platform in right there. So we can rescue this bad Johnny. Who is that? Jester of Nerds! Why you gotta be stuck, Mr. Nerd? You shouldn't have gotten stuck on us, alright? Now we get rid of that. Put in our doubles right there. Then we can put in our stairs right there and right there. Then, and then we do that. We come down here. We put this in like that. We grab this. Put that in right like such as, and we do the doubles right here. I know this is a waste of material. I don't want to say waste. Waste is a strong word, guys. Waste is a really strong word, but we're making progress towards stuff, right? And that's all that really matters. Can you guys come and rescue our poor jester here? Oh, there's 2 of them there? Oh, Dr. Bean. Dr. Bean, what are you doing, my guy? My goodness. It's okay. It's all right. We'll get him out. We'll get Dr. Bean out. That's all that matters in the end is we get him out. Okay, there. Dr. Bean's out. Okay, stop going over there. Okay, there we go. Now we can rip that out. Now that goes in. And this gets ripped out, as does that. That goes, that goes, that goes. And then that goes as well. We can start ripping some of this extraneous stuff out right there. We are running out of bad tide or bad water because reasons. And this will alleviate some of that problem that we've created for ourselves. And this, once we're down to here, we can leave or do another weird system or something. Or maybe the stairs down here will let us just get over here. So let's go ahead and pre-position all of that right there. Let them work on all of that stuff, which would be good. And let us see how this is going over here. So that is in, that is full. These are filling up, so that is good to see. They already got that ripped out as well. So let's go ahead and put in our medium pile. Let's get some planks in here ready to rock and roll. That's the end of our drought, so that is good because we are kind of not in a good spot as far as that is all concerned. They did empty all of this out. This all is fine. That's okay. Go ahead and rip these out. We're going to lose our thing there, but that's okay. We have reclaimed some of our real estate, which is beautiful. That's helpful. That's amazing. Now I kind of want to rip these guys out right here as well. So that means we need 2 houses in there. So let's pause that. Go ahead and put this in right here and right there. Grab this, connect that path, and have this as a max priority. So that is 9 positions, right? And these fill 9 inhabitants. So that means that we can rip these guys out as soon as those are all in, which will be beneficial. Now, what we could do, or we should do, as well as all of that, is come in here, tear out some of these additional roof tiles here, put in some more of our rooftop terraces on top of all the housing right here, and then that'll be a good spot for them to do all that. But we're going to unpause everything and let the water fill our reservoirs. Additionally, I need to come over here. We can start tearing this out. There is no need for this anymore, since we have created our diversion system elsewhere. Now, we do need to do a couple of things. We need to cap this off in here. So that means that we need to put this in right here. Actually, let's grab this. Let's pause the game real quick so I don't foobar this, right? So I want this capped off like that, right? Probably don't even need that like this. I said pause the game, please. Thank you. Let's do this. Go ahead and hit triples, and we'll rip these all the way back like that. And then on top of that, we grab these impermeable floors. We put that on top of there. That means that we are keeping even more water in on top of that. Then I need to see where this is at. So what I would like to do is actually come in here, is rip this platform out right there, put a series of these in down here, and I'm seeing that that's going to be a problem. Okay, that was not part of the plan. Why? So I'm assuming if I grab one of these and put that in right there, it's not going to, well, one of two things could be blocking it. It could be the sluice gate blocking that position, or it could be the overhangs not being able to do the thing either. So we may not be able to go down nearly as deep as I would like to go, which is kind of stinky, and that's also going to take a lot of material, which I don't necessarily have. We're going to have to give them away down there, too. And right in the middle of our temperate cycle. Now, let's see here. They can come up here. They can start building that one. I do need to give them access to that. So that means landscaping. How thick is that? Is that all super thick? It is. Okay, so that is doubles, or is it triples? Hold up. Let's see. That's one of the cool things about the explosives here, is you get to see how deep that goes. And it looks like 2 should be enough. Let them work on that. We'll give this a priority bump because I would like to have this done. We'll reduce the priority bump on that. And I don't want to create a problem where we blast through and cause an issue for our bad tide diversion system over here. Which would be absolutely a stinky. I kind of want to come over here and start blasting this out in its entirety. I just want to make sure that I don't put us into a position. So that is... So as long as I don't go down that far on that line, we should not have a problem. Right? I just want to confirm one more time. That will not clear. Yeah. That does not clear. Yeah, that's why it's not going in. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. Sweet. Go ahead and click the play button again. Let's go ahead and start putting in more double explosives in here. And we can double check. See what I did there? Make sure that that isn't punching into... Yeah. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and grab that bad Johnny, reconnect all of that. This will be priority numero uno. And the question is, does this take priority? Maybe I should pause all of this, actually. Just get them in there to finish the rest of the... I'm so conflicted, guys. I'm so conflicted. So conflicted. It's not broken yet. Like, as long as I don't blast this out, nothing is broken yet. We still have an appropriate diversion system in. Everything's okay. So if we have a drought coming up next, then we can do this without any issue. If we have a bad tide coming up next, then we'll probably have to pause X on the entire discussion. It's okay. It's acceptable. But this is... kind of want to have the additional storage back here, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, this is all in. We've got planks, we've got extract, we've got explosives over here, and we can maybe start working our way down here. So one thing first, I want to pause these two for now, but don't want those to be blown by a white-hood beaver causing any problems for us. And that also gives us a good marker to work down from. And that means that we can start blasting our way in. Yeah, we can start blasting our way down. That's totally fine. Water is doing pretty solid, though, so that's good to see. We've got 9,436 out of 9,630. That's good. Explosives are going in. Extract is decent right now. I need more storage for extract. I need more storage for bad water, honestly. This is emptying out, so that is good to see. That is brilliant. We've got a few more pumps to go before they get down to the next tier, and we're going to have to redo all of that again. We have 5 injured beavers, and we only have 3 places for them to relax. That's not good. So let's fix that real quick. We've got a couple spots right here that are pretty empty. We'll give that a priority bump. That shouldn't take them too long to get done with. Day 4. Good. That means that this is going to be nice and filled, which will be glorious for us. And we'll get to see how full this gets with a 6 to 9 day temperate cycle, which is great. We have this that we can turn back on while we do have some power running over it. It's not the most power. It's 400 units, and these take 200 each. But it's still something. We do have all this real estate open over here now, too, so that is pretty good. We do have this scrap metal to work through. We are in a bad spot, actually. We have no more scrap metal. We do have a drought approaching. Okay. So we should be able to blast this during the drought. Should be. Should be able to. Operative word there. Operative word. Okay. I need to get in here sooner rather than later, actually. So, I think we should probably think about airing you out. You're already almost done anyway. Okay. So, Book, thank you for your service. You're fired. And we're going to grab this, and that is going to get in there. We do not need 10 in there. We'll just pull this down to 5. And that will be a constant source of scrap metal for us. Now, that's also going to be... Wait, what? What did I just click? I don't know how I just did that, but I somehow hit a quick key and... I didn't know there was a button that lets you do that. Anyway. Okay, cool. That's in. We've got Wolfen, Southern Karma, Kesey Kitten, and Lunar in here working on all of the delicious scrap metal for us, which will be amazing. Now, we do need to get into here. Want to look at this, make sure I'm not doing anything ridiculous. I didn't know they added... Oh, you can hear it! And we're going to injure so many beavers in there. That is not good. Okay. Aurelia, you're done. That means we rip this out. And then we go down 1, 2. Now we do this down here. And we do triples. Do break this out there too. That's not conducive to any plan, system, or anything that I would like it to have. Darn it. All right, pause, think, brain ball, do the brain ball things. Okay, so we need this ripped out. That's fine. We could probably start tearing this out too. But first, figure out this situation. So let's do this. That is 2 there. This goes bye-bye. This goes bye-bye. Then we do singleton there. Double in here. We go single, stairs, stairs. And that puts us at a decent height for us to go ahead and put in our bad water pump. Flip that like that, flip that like that. Grab this, and bada bing, bada boom. That's in. And I will give this a max priority because I'm tired of being almost out of bad water. Cool. Sweet. This is actually done. So we'll unpause the game. I do want to get over here and blast more of this out, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. And that means I want to get up here as well. So let's go doubles here. Doubles back here. And singles for all the single ladies. Wait, what? That goes there. That's brilliant. I should be able to blast this without causing a problem. Should be able to. Should be able to. Should be able to. I'm very, very not wanting to do it. Okay, so we'll pump this out until it gets to the double height, right? And then we'll blast it down. Maybe, I don't know. I'm very afraid of having messed it up. Okay. What is causing flooding? What is happening here, guys? Also, what is happening over here? We shouldn't have anything causing us to have a mass fluctuation. Oh, God. I forgot to do something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't pause these two or pause these. Oh, no. I wasn't ready for a population explosion of that caliber. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I just did that. I can believe I did that because I got distracted by everything else that's happening around me. That's entirely on me. 6 unconnected buildings. Yeah, I know. I should just destroy these, but not ready to destroy those yet. Actually, here. Let's just add that connection right there. Now they're not unconnected. Do need to make sure that they're not prioritized for anything, though. Because they're kind of not being used for anything that needs a priority. Just go ahead and select the regular button. So the haulers don't even have to worry about coming down there. Great. Beautiful. Spatter dock. Got that in there. That's good. How's this doing? That's fine. That's okay. This is going in. We can actually start ripping these stairs out like I said I was going to do. This doesn't need to be in here anymore. That doesn't need to be in here anymore. That doesn't need to be in there anymore. These stairs are not required, so let's go ahead and clear some of this up. Now, we just need to wait for them to pump out the last 2 tiles before we can get to that last tile, or we can just let the last tile dry out. We have a 20-day drought rocking and rolling right now, so our 21-day drought that has turned into a 20-day drought because we've already burned a day. This got 3 to the top. 3 tiles to the top, which is totally fine. It's not the worst. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. So I will accept that, and that is awesome. We have cattail crackers moving now, though. I'm distracted. Your old spatterdock, that's moving too. Oh, this is pretty clean now. Heck yeah, let's go. That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, it's not full because I kind of blasted this out or tore that out, so it's not much happening going on in there. We could come over here and start doing a couple of things. I still don't know what to do with this water, honestly. It's not much water, and it doesn't really irrigate that far. So it's kind of a moot point to have it in the first place, honestly. Unless I feed it into another reservoir, right? It could feed it over there. We could build a major aqueduct that just runs across the top, and that we'd have a power system on it or something for the very short temperate cycles that we have, and just dump into here. Or that could be where we this could just go and fill all of the little pockets of whatever everywhere. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Let's look at some other stuff here. Sweet. Let's work on this now. Since this is taking its time. They're working on all that. Already got all of that done, actually. So that's awesome. Go ahead and rip this out. I want to do a couple things at the same time, but there are so many competing priorities in my own brain ball. My phone is badooping at me. I apologize if that came through. Okay, let's go ahead and rip that out. I should say there are so many competing priorities, but they're all internal. I have competing priorities in my brain that are slowing down decision making, if you will. Kind of want to come in here, put the levee back here. Just cap that off. I don't anticipate it's not going to get that high, but I want to ensure that that is in. So we'll give that a priority and give that one. Just fill that in. That'll be fine. Once they get all of that in, this is all in, so we can actually just chuck that, blow that out. That's all in. That's beautiful. I want that there so they can keep working on all that. They should be able to access all of this still. They cannot. So that means path there goes there. And now they should be able to reach that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What do you mean they couldn't reach that? Oh, yeah. Path is not pathing. Pathy. Pathy is terrible. I still need more housing for the beavers that I've neglected. They are going to be sad beavers. I took their housing away from them. Nope. That. Where can I put more housing? Oh, this is a good spot. There's no need for those two to be there. That doesn't need to be there either. Neither does that. Don't know if we have any more places for potatoes. They're already full. So that's going to be a moot point for a minute. We'll accept that one. That's fine. That's just going to be a supply depot. That will cover down 2. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. That's 9. Put in a small platform right here for 2. Should be able to build that without any issue. And we'll put in another double. Well, no, I can put in another triple lodge. I'm not too concerned with water and food right now. I haven't done the maths yet, but we should be okay. Should be the operative term there. Okay, should be. All right, that is done. Don't know if I want to wait for the final one. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip that out. I'm going to rip this out. Rip that out. I'm going to put this in right there. And we're actually going to rip you out as well because you're unneeded right there. Put in our final bad water pump right there. Go ahead and rip this out, that out. Go ahead and tear these out. Are we going to be able to actually do this? Yeah, it'll work. It's ugly, but again, temporary and work. Okay. It'll work temporarily. And which way? Path is in there. So that means we're going to have to come down here. Like this. And I want to have this right there. I want to have a double here. Single there. Another single here. That means that. We won't put in that final path piece right there until this is emptied out, because that will cause a problem for our beavers. It'll be flooded anyway, so they can't really get into it anyway, but it's fine. Sweet. Now they just need to come down here, place that final platform, finish building this bad water pump. Then we've got to clean up the rest of this mess. We want to give that a priority pump because that is needed in order to gain access to all that. Sweet. Now we can go ahead and clear out some of this mess. Get some of those planks back. Probably need more plank storage because that's maxed out. 1,500 units already. Boo. Okay. Things are going in. They're doing ridiculous things, crawling around in places that they shouldn't be crawling around because they're going to get stuck somehow. Need them to smack this bad water pump one last time, and then we can be done with that. Now we need to come check on this. All the explosives are in. We need to rip this out, rip this out, rip this out. I think we can safely tear out these pieces right here. I should have left the stairs in that I just tore out. That's fine. And now I want to put in single dynamite right there. And then I honestly should have done this a bit cleaner. I don't need doubles all the way across the top, but this also means that I can be smarter about this. And I just need to make sure that I don't make a or cause a problem with that. Okay, triple, good, beautiful. Explosives are in. Let's go ahead and put this in. Tear that out. Put in our one more explosive right there. Blast this because there's no reason not to. That's all doubles. They're pumping this actively, so that's good to see. That's going to be awesome. This is in, so that is going... The keggernator is going to pump out the last little bit of bad water in there. And that will be no longer a flooded building, which will be fan-flippin-tastic for us. Now, one thing that we can do, and that we should do, is probably put in a zipline station down here to make their lives a tad bit easier. They're not having to run stairs all over the place. Run down and upstairs, words. But that is good for now. That's acceptable. I did get these piles in, so that's good. So the logs are moving a little bit more cleaner. And now I want to look at this over here. This over here. First off, we need a way down. It makes their lives a little bit easier. This has only one connection to it. Let's do this right here. Then this right here. And I want to see if that works. Line is obstructed by another line. Okay. Can I have the build menu back, please? Thank you. Okay, so that doesn't work, but if we did something like this and like this, would that be obstructed still? Or is that going to be too steep? It's going to be too steep. Okay. Well, boo on you. So, have it go the other way? I don't know if that's going to work. I want this to be... Yeah. It has to be facing a certain direction. So this, like that. Then this like this. I don't know why my voice is cracking there, but it's okay. And then this right here. Boom. All right. That is simple. Well, simple-ish. Okay. And then now we grab this, clean that up. Let them work on that. Let's check on this down here. It is dried out. What are you pumping on there, bud? Is there even anything in here? Is there actually clean water in here? How is there clean water in there? Are you actively pulling anything out of there? Yes. Okay, well, you're paused. Go do something else with your life. That will clear up sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and just rip that out. Rip out these planks right here. And they'll get in there and clean that up in about 6 to 9 business years. So that'll be good. Great. Beautiful. We can blast this because I feel like that's a safe bet. We can also blast this. Again, a safe assumption that that's not going to cause a problem for us. Now, the moment I blast this out, that's going to cause a potential issue for us. Now, we could, in theory, come up here and blast this down another 2 to fill in the rest of this without any consternation. In theory, this should not blast through anything, right? So that's that level. So that's the level that we're blasting to right now. Right? We should be fine. Now we hit the play button. Okay. I'm gonna commit. We're committed. We're committed. We're committed. We're blasting it. Oh. Okay. Everything's fine, guys. Everything is fine. Nothing to concern yourselves with. You can even tack in one little explosive right there. And then we already got all of our impermeable flooring marked out for them to do. They're not going to be able to reach everything, but we can tackle that when we need to. We could actually just do something like this. Where's that button? Suspension bridge. Let's go with the double right here. Yes, and then a double right here. That should allow them to reach all of those things. We'll give this a priority bump. Yeah, yeah. Blast this out because we can. For no other reason than we can. And brilliant. Now this should gain them access to that. That is good. How are we doing on scrap metal? 430. That is good to see. This has dried out now, so now we can click this button Get those 5 beavers that just popped up that were bored to work. And I love it. We are making great headway. Go ahead and rip that out. There's no need for that to be there. And I love it. I love it a lot. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, love it a lot. Just do it. Fantastic. We're cleaning up the mess down here. It's looking a little bit better. I need to expand our wheat production, and we need to figure out how to connect this up to a power supply that actually runs better. But I also want to, I still want to get up here and produce a better power system in totality for all of that. But that's going to require some effort. Just need to make sure that all of this went in. It did. That is brilliant. Now we can come in here and rip out 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers. That should be Gucci. Out the water as it files down will go this way. And then we'll just have this little shelf right here. I don't want to necessarily blast this down or anything like that. But we can get up here and we could start our way on to this and blast more of this out. So just to confirm, we can blast everything to the left of this levee down, right? So that is relatively simple. That means that we do doubles all the way back here like that. We have copious amount of water storage available back in here. Great. That's done. That's in. You're bored. You're fired. That is not been touched yet because you can't reach it. We're going to put that in right here so that you can actually get up here, and then we'll tell them to rip this out so we can path over to all of that. We'll give this a priority bump because that's going to take them 5 years to get all of that in, and that's going to eat through a lot of our beavers that I would like to have them doing something else productive with their lives. And we have a couple pockets in here of 1 deep water. So we could, in theory, have a couple aquatic farmhouses in here and in here, producing more cattails for us, and even back in here as well. And even back over here, which is good. That is fantastic. Fantastical. You need to give them access to this up here, which means I also need to figure out how I want to do that. Which means probably just grabbing these doubles, not that double, these triples, doing something like this, and then something like that. Grabbing this path or staircase, going up like that. Bada bing. Now that should be accessible. I do need to add connection to this. Add connection to that. Nope. You. Give me you. Add connection to that. Now you add connection to that. So many zip lines. They're everywhere. It's a spider web of zip lines. Spider-Man would be so excited. I'm here for it. All right, explosives are still going in. That's brilliant. It's beautiful. It's madness. My kind of madness. We have extract, moving and grooving. We have kits that are, we have a bunch of beavers that are probably going to start getting hurt here soon. Yeah, we have 13 injured beavers. Yeah, these 2 things right here just chew through our beavers like no one else's business, right? But we kind of need those materials. We have enough beavers to kind of help out with that, but we should probably come in here and grab this well-being tab and put in a bunch of medical beds. Which means something like that. something like this, something like this, and that. So that they can get healed up a little bit faster. We'll give this a priority bump. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. That will ensure that they can get healthier quicker, and that'll be great. And now that we have more water storage underneath all of this, we can actually come in here and start doing some ridiculous platform things. However, I do want to see more in the way of metal blocks actually being produced, which again brings us back to this whole thing, but I've got so many things on the burner that I would like to get to. I really should drop this priority-wise, because that's just going to eat their time up until forever, because that's so many things for them to place, so many things for them to smack around for a little bit, and it just takes a while for explosives to get laid. So, we will focus on this, and connect this back up. That means that this can get over here, so that means that I can hit this priority button there, and that means that's connected, which means this gets turned up in the priority line, so that gets accomplished. And then we come down here and we do two things. One, we put in a set of stairs right here. And then two, we put in an aquatic farmhouse right here. And that allows us to plant in here spatterdock, which I believe we are woefully underproducing. So that means all of you get to be spatterdock. Now, just to confirm how far that can reach, which isn't that far in the grand scheme of things, we will come over here and do the same thing on this side. Grab this aquatic farmhouse, chuck that in right there, and put in more spatterdock right here, and then we'll come over here and do the same deal, but we'll see how much of this real estate they can actually gain access to if I were to, say, put some stairs right here. They should be able to reach that theoretically. It's not saying that they can't reach it right now, so that's cool. And on top of all of that, we're going to have to clear out some of these paths that are a tad bit excessive. So let's go ahead, rip this out, and we'll put this in like that. I don't know if that really saved us anything, but it looks a little cleaner. It means we could probably do something along these lines too. Like this. Like this. Now, everything's irrigated now, so that's always awesome. Now, this is going to eat into our beaver population a little bit, but that's acceptable. What we could do, we can't really do that actually. Could put more dirt in here to fill this gap in right here, which wouldn't be bad. Can't be reached because they haven't built that one thing of wooden stairs yet. Now it should be able to be reached. We'll give this a max priority because I want them to not have to run 5,000 miles to get over here to do the things. And we are eating through our beavers so bad. Okay, I think we can pause on the extract or the bad water rig for a little bit. Because we're at 2,200 units. They eat or they pull in so much bad water in these bad water rigs. It's absolutely insane how quick that goes. But we're at 1,800 beavers, so it's not good. Does that mean it's time to start thinking about bots, chat? Is it time? Do we want to start thinking about bots? I don't think we really have the industry for bots quite yet. Do not believe we have the industry for bots. At all. Honestly. So, no? think is the answer. Probably no. I think the answer is definitely most likely no. Okay, that goes away. Can you reach that? You can. So if I ripped out some more of this path in here, that means that I've got a little bit more real estate to play with. If I were to put another one on this side, would you actually be able to reach all of that? No. What about here? No. Okay. You have nothing to do. So you will do cattail right there. Then spatterdock we'll put over here. I don't think I even checked to see if that reaches there, but you can reach a portion of that. And you cannot reach any portion of that. Great. Brilliant. But if I were to put some stairs in right here, and then right here, would that expand you a little bit? It does. And if I put some stairs in right here, does that expand you even more? No. Okay, well, that means that I've got to put in another place right here, I suppose. It's a lot of beavers to do not much in the way of aquatic farming, so we'll pull those down. And we will actually grab this path, wrap that around there. Great. That's foodstuffs mostly taken care of. That's awesome. Now the question is, do we need to expand the other foodstuffs? I believe the answer is yes. We're going to have to expand our potato production for stuff in here, like the refinery. Potatoes and water, spatterdock and water. Yeah, potatoes are going to be a need, a huge need for when we get the refinery up and running. So we might need to get an efficient farmhouse in here. And then we might also need to think about additional forestry in here as well. I like the idea of additional forestry, so we're going to focus on that for now. Get this portion up here can be... Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent split. This half is all forester, and then this other half is going to be farming. I like that idea. So that means that I want one or a couple things to go in over here. We need in here, we need a tapper shack. And then we need lumberjack flags right here and right here. We need to also turn this off because I'm about to put some stuff in there that I don't want to be capped, if you will. You can reach all the way back there. You can reach all the way over there. So that is good. Maple. There. You are not maple. That means that I can reach all of that. That's good. You guys don't need to be in there right now because duh. You also don't need to be in there right now because duh. Now we can put in our oak. Now it's 2 up from there right here. Beautiful. I think we could go out to there and go a couple more over. Beautiful. Brilliant. That's a good chunk of real estate right there. And we could do even more fun things like put a cap on this, put more dirt in here, and do more ridiculous and insane things. We could even put in a secondary forester in here to help keep up with all of this. And probably another couple of lumberjack flags keep up with all the rest of that as well, but that is totally fine. Can I actually, let me look at something. Can I cover? Okay, so I'm going to put that there. We're going to rip that out. We're going to rip that out. We're going to then in turn here, that out, that out. And we're going to just put this one path in right there. Sweet. Then we do this like that. You should be able to cover down all of that without any issue. I don't know what we're going to do with all that water back there quite yet. That is a thing for me to think about in the future. I love it. I love it. We're making decent progress. We've got, oh, we have quite the population explosion that has occurred. So that's always entertaining. We're going to have quite the maple syrup explosion too, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to be planting maple trees and all the other things for a hot minute. So I'm going to help myself out by putting in an additional forester. And we'll let that get finalized as soon as possible. This is already on its way in. It just needs logs and planks, which we have a copious amount of. How we're doing on our injuries? They have dropped substantially. We're from 18 down to 9 now, so that's good. Building lacks materials. Grilled spatterdock. We're missing spatterdock in all its glory. We're also missing a fair amount of wheat. So I think we need to actually expand wheat production a little bit. Okay, not that. Well, not over here, guys. Not over here. Not there. Nope, nope, nope. That is supposed to be pine right there. I like it. I like it a lot. That's brilliant. That I can go one more back. That one cannot go that far back, so that's a good distance. It's going the distance. All right, it's going the distance. Love it. I love it a lot. I'm super excited about where we're at right now. We've made good progress. We're controlling the map. All right, we have controlled all of the things, and that's a good thing. That's a fantastic thing. This kind of looks awful over here, but it's okay. All right, it's a good thing that we've got in here going on right now. All right, we've got so much water storage. It's gonna be insane. Look at that. We're probably never gonna fill this entire thing up with the 3 little piddly sources of water in here that are going to push out, and then this is just not ever going to fill up again. But that's fine. Okay, I'd rather have copious amounts of storage available to me in perpetuity than not have it available and it just spills out and goes off into Netherland, okay? Or Neverland. Good. Since I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I can put that in real quick. That shouldn't take but 10 seconds for them to do. Anyway, I digress. I've been yapping for way too long. And it's a perfect time to end this episode as the drought and a very long bad tide. I think that was it the last episode the bad tide was going. Either way, I digress. I hope you guys had a fantastic time hanging out with me as we continue to make large messes, make large reservoirs, make interesting decisions over here, and yeah. I did not touch this yet. We'll have to get over here at some point and clean this up because that is a mess that I don't want to have to deal with forever. But I'm happy with where we're at. We cleaned up a little bit of this. We have a lot of real estate now for us to take advantage of. in here somehow, some way. I haven't decided how it's going to happen yet. Maybe we'll make it into a large pool and let them swim in it to their heart's content. I haven't decided yet, but that's for future me to decide what's going to happen. And just look at our spider web of mess everywhere. I love it. Alright guys, wherever you are in the world, make sure you guys stay safe and stay nice and thirsty, nice and hydrated as well. Make sure your beaver is nice and hydrated, nice and thirsty as well. And we'll catch you all in the next episode of Timberborn Z, where hopefully we have a large pool of water to play with. But I digress. Have a wonderful time. See ya!